Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And in case you didn't know, in case you've been under a rock, or in case you just don't follow Call of the Wild on social media or anything like that, we're getting dogs in the game. And I'm a little late to this, guys. Like, this was actually announced, oh man, what was it? I want to say like maybe Friday, maybe it was a couple days ago. I don't really remember. It doesn't matter, but we're getting dogs. Um, well, dogs, not dogs per se, one particular dog. Um, for sure, we're going to get Bloodhounds. That's going to be the first dog that we get in the game. And the date is confirmed, the price is confirmed. I'm not going to make you guys watch the whole video to find out. They will be released on March 30th. They will be $3.99 USD, and they're supposedly going to be released at the same time for every platform. That is yet to be seen, and pardon me if I don't just take their word for it. And that is a nice moose. That is a nice level 4. So let's see if we can't find him. But again, guys, not too much about hunting today. Today is all about talking about dogs. Now, I wanted to do a video yesterday about it, but I knew that they were going to do a live stream today, and I wanted to bring you guys the most up-to-date information, so I decided to hold off on it. And sure enough, in the live stream today on Tuesday, March 23rd, they did reveal the Bloodhound. They showed it in-game. They told you pretty much everything about it. And there's some good things. There's some things that I think could be better, but overall, I think I'm happy with it now. You guys may or may not know, but I have 3 dogs. One of my dogs you've seen in my thumbnail, I couldn't not do it. I had to do it. It's about dogs. I had to put one of my dogs on there. I didn't have pictures of all 3 of my different dogs, like action poses like that. If I did, I would have added all 3 of them on there. But anyway, yeah, like I'm a dog guy. I like dogs. I have 3 dogs. I've wanted dogs in this game ever since I found out Classic had dogs in the game. I think it's a really cool thing to do, and I think the game really needs it just to kind of shake it up. I think it just needed something a different way of going about things. And guys, if you're not into dogs, if you don't think dogs are going to be cool, if it's not something you're into, the good news is it's a paid DLC. You don't have to buy it. It doesn't seem like they've done anything to the existing game mechanics to make you really have a dog. It is a choice. So if it's something that you don't think you're going to enjoy, you can just skip it, and it's not going to really make a difference in your gameplay. So let's talk about some of the things about the dogs. First of all, you get to choose whether it's a male or female. There's like 6 different color variations of the dog, I believe. I think it was 6 or 7. You can name the dog. Pick your name wisely, because you cannot change the name of the dog once you have locked it in. You can have 25 dogs in your kennel. You can only hunt with 1 dog at a time. Okay? So when you purchase the DLC, you will get your first dog free. After that, each dog will cost $45,000 in-game cash. Now, from what I've seen, there's nothing like collars or bandanas or backpacks or vests or like anything like that you can actually equip on a dog, which I feel I was kind of disappointed about that. I think like having a nice collar for them and things like that would have been a cool addition, but they pretty much just gave us the bare bones minimum in the way of this DLC. And again, it's a shame, because I don't know if they just don't think about things, or I don't know. But anyway, it's a Bloodhound. So Bloodhounds are scent hounds. They're made to track. That's what the dog is for tracking. And from what I gathered in the live stream, it's for tracking a wounded animal. So shoot an animal, you'll get the blood spot. Tell the dog to track it. He'll pick up the blood trail, and that's what he'll do. He'll pick up the blood trail. Now, with that being said, I feel like they missed a huge opportunity And again, it feels like everything they bring into the game is kind of geared towards the beginning player, the new players, not us players that have been playing the game for a very long time. So if you've been playing the game for a very long time, you're not going to make too many bad shots. You're not going to wound too many animals where you really have to track them down. I mean, occasionally, like I know I do it if I don't play the game in a long time, I can make a bad shot. But when I was playing this game constantly, you know, double lung heart shots, they're a pretty normal occurrence, and you really don't have to track an animal for that. So I definitely feel like the Bloodhound is going to be useful for newer players who maybe don't have the higher calibers, or maybe they're not good with their shot placement, stuff like that. So the dog is going to be fantastic. One of the other things that the dogs can do is if you're just out, you're roaming around looking for things, you can have him look for tracks. So if there's tracks in a very small area around you, he will pick them up. He can find them, and he'll alert you to it. But from what I gather, he cannot track a living animal that hasn't been wounded. It's got to be a blood trail, which I'm a little disappointed in that. Bloodhounds are amazing animals. Their sense of smell is just phenomenal, and they can do so many things. I feel like for us more experienced players, it would have been really cool for them to add in the ability for us to train our dog to track certain species. Now, this would totally tie in with having multiple dogs. Like, we can have 25 dogs. Why? I don't know. I don't know why you would want 25 dogs in the game. But like I say, if you could train them to track individual species, then I could see it. Because then you could have a dog that could track maybe coyotes, right? Because I'm on Layton, and guys, that's the only diamond I haven't gotten on Layton Lake is a coyote. They're really hard for me to find, and I think it would be awesome if you could buy maybe a coyote pelt and some coyote scent in the store, and you could train your dog to track that, right? So you could have that dog. Of course, it could still track blood, but it could be a coyote dog. You could send that dog out and say track, and it would look for coyotes. I think that would be amazing. And you could do that maybe, every species in the game. So that would make a lot of sense to have multiple dogs. As of right now, the way it is, I really don't see the point. Now, you can level the dogs up. They're going to have, I believe, 30 levels of, companion levels, and then there's 15 of tracking levels. And with the tracking levels, there are, skills. So every so many tracking levels, you can choose a skill, and there's, one or two skills, and these are varied between, I believe, loyalty skills and tracking skills. And you can have, of course, a combination, whatever you want. Now, apparently the dogs will warn you of a predator attack. They will give a bark or something like that if predators are closing in on you. And there's actually a skill that you can get. I think it's you have to get the dog at max level. And one of the skills is that there is a chance that the dog will kind of scare away a predator. So that's pretty cool. Again, I would have liked to seen them do a little something more in-depth with that. Just for the simple reason that, in real life, man, your dog, if danger presents itself, they're going to step between, and they'll totally give their life for you. So, I mean, I think it's something that they could have implemented in the game. I guess I kind of see why they didn't. Just like the dog can't die. So, no worries about that. You can't shoot the dog. Nobody else can shoot the dog. If the dog falls off a cliff, it'll just respawn next to you or something like that, or just respawns at an outpost or something. The dog will always be there at the outpost waiting for you if you don't bring it with you. It'll also be in your lodge. They didn't really show that. They didn't really go into depth with that. Again, for my taste, I would love it if they had a little dog bed that you could buy that they could chill out in with a bowl of food and a water bowl and stuff like that. Maybe like when you're in the lodge, you can have like a ball or something you can toss. I don't know. I mean, it's just me. I don't know if the devs thought about this stuff and couldn't do it, or just didn't want to do anything like that. I really don't know, guys. So another thing is, they did say that these dogs are kind of the test. So if people like them and they're into it, then they will bring more dogs into the game, which I'm totally cool with. I was really hoping the first dogs they introduced into this game were retrievers for duck hunting, but I mean, I guess I get it. Again, they pander to the new player. They don't really do much for the level 60 player that has been playing this game from the beginning. They really like to cater everything towards the beginning player, which I guess I get in a way, but in a way I don't. I don't know, guys. It is what it is. It's EW. Take it with a grain of salt. I think anything to add to the game is fantastic. I think adding dogs to the game is a wonderful thing. I think the game could really use something like that, and I'm totally getting the DLC. I'm going to get every dog that comes out. Only $3.99. They did mention that moving forward, it won't be like breeds of dogs. It'll be like kinds of dogs. So like, this is the Bloodhound, which I don't really get because they said that, but this one, it specifically says Bloodhound. That is a breed of dog. This could have been the Scent Hound DLC or the Tracking Dog DLC, but they specifically said Bloodhound, and that is the specific breed that we're getting. It's a Bloodhound. So the next DLC might be a Retriever, and then they might do a Pointer. So again, they said not specific breeds, but like types of dogs. But then he did say that later on, they may add different breeds of dogs to like the category. So for instance, if you don't want a Bloodhound, maybe they'll add a different kind of Scent Hound, like maybe like a Coonhound or something like that. Maybe for retrievers, like different kind of retrievers, different kinds of bird dogs. I don't really know how they're going to do it, but it seems like you will have to spend $3.99 for each one of the different breeds, and you'll have to spend $3.99 for each one of the different categories of dogs, which again, $3.99 isn't a lot of money. It doesn't really bother me, but I don't know. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Are you willing to pay $3.99 per dog, or do you think it should have been maybe like an $8 DLC and they had already like 3 different dogs that you can choose from? Personally, I would have rather seen them go that route. I would have rather waited, maybe for the end of the year, and then they just released like an $8 DLC where you can have Scent Hounds, Retrievers, and Pointers. Just my opinion. Again, like I say, guys, I'm going to enjoy the Bloodhounds regardless. That's just my opinion. So this weekend, all the YouTube content creators that are in their Discord will have the dog DLC that they can play through, and they can show everybody how it is. So Flender and Jaxie and DD33 and Kill Clinton, probably like Scarecrow, I'm sure like Lady Legend. There's a whole list of them, guys. If you're in their Discord, you can check that out, and you'll be able to see a lot of content this weekend with the dogs. And again, expect bugs. Just expect bugs. It's going to happen. It's not just something new into the game. It's a brand new mechanic. It's a new animal. It's new animations. It's a whole thing. So just expect bugs. That's kind of all I'm going to say about that. So anyway, guys, I think that's all there is to talk about the dogs. So yeah, like really feel free in the comments to tell me what you guys think about the dogs. Are you excited about the dogs? Do you want dogs? Are you not going to get the dogs? You know, what are your thoughts on it? Um, I hope you're all having a fantastic day. If you enjoyed my little video, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Don't forget to tag the little bell so you'll know every time I upload. And we'll see you next time, guys. And probably with a dog.